Hey there, my beautiful peeps. What it do? What it do? This is day 2 of Why Are Women Tired? Where shall I start? Well, looking at our current government situation, looking at our current economic situation, and the concerns of those of us that attend schools and whether or not we'll be able to, receive financial aid or receive the different services for those that have younger children that allow us to go to school, go to work. Those are just a few places that zap our energy. We're not able to just totally focus on, our job or just focus on going to school because things are so unpredictable, and not having some predictability and some securities in life, it makes it very unstable. When we think about the cost of living, many of us are working 2, 3. Some people are even juggling 4 jobs. And so everything is just a blur. You are going from one job to the next. While you're on one job, you're possibly getting a text or a call. And please don't have one of those jobs that, are kind enough to give you a cell phone that you are on call 24/7. These are so many different things that are draining you. And let's be real, when you are this busy, this worn out, pulled in so many different ways, how can you really focus? How can you really catch potential issues before they become potential issues? This sets you up to fail in some areas because you're too tired to pay attention, or you are constantly distracted. So again, these are some of the reasons why women are tired. Well, I guess I should go ahead and introduce myself in case this is your first time here. My name is Veronica. I am a life coach. I am also a Nevada mobile notary. And my passion and goal in life is to help women, especially and particularly single parents, overcome the different challenges of being a woman here in America. So if my content resonates with you, or if you think this may be of value to someone else, I would ask that you please like, share, comment, hit that notification bell so you know the next time I upload a video, and you become part of my family, part of my tribe here online, because that is key, especially for women. We are by nature people of community. We're not meant to just be alone and just be a hermit and so on. We need community, and I could definitely attest to that because when I was a single parent raising my children in elementary and middle school, that's when I had to call on my tribe. I had to create community, and when I look back, I think that's one of the best decisions that I made, because I moved to an area where I didn't have family, and I was okay with that. I moved from Southern Nevada because I wanted to experience all 4 seasons, and at the time we moved up, Northern Nevada was rated a little better than now, as far as schools and so on. And we needed a break, we needed a fresh start. So after coming here to Northern Nevada, I decided to, visit some churches, and I was able to find 2, well, actually 3 initially, and then I settled down. I think it's called now a Jesus Church. anyways, it's a Foursquare church that's in South Carson. And I was going there actually for their food bank, for their food pantry. And at the time, we weren't terribly in need. However, unfortunately, going to food banks and community events of sorts that allowed me to meet people. And I was able to connect. And I remember standing in line talking with other people, and one of the people there that led that food pantry, was just so kind, didn't look down on people, didn't make judgment, didn't treat them like a number. And I was like, ooh, I want more of that. And I think, my kids might like coming here. And so I started inquiring about their children's program and so on. So from there, that was one place that I was able to make community. Another place I was able to build community was when my kids were playing sports. I connected with other parents, and when I decided to work outside of the home, that comes with its own challenges. You're not able to, when you're working, as an independent contractor or working in self-employment, you're not able to just take off. So I was able to rely on some of those parents and say, hey, I'm working out of the home. Are you able to help out with, transporting my kids to sports or transporting them to an appointment? And likewise, I would do the same. Or on the weekend, maybe help out with childcare. So those are different ways that you can build community, especially my single parents, because I think that, again, is the hardest job you will ever have. And it's about meeting people that you can trust. And don't think just because people are family that they are trustworthy, or just because they're family, they just, should live up to certain expectations. You have to vet people. And I want to remind you, people are people. They will let you down, and they will disappoint you, just as I'm sure you've let down people or disappointed them. But when you find quality people, they try to, avoid that. And if they do let you down, they are usually stand-up people, and you can work it out. So that's, one way, again, of building community. Because if you are juggling many of those things, like the multiple jobs and so on, as I've mentioned, it's hard. And sometimes we're put in situations where kids have to be latchkey kids, kind of like how I grew up. But it was a different time. We had neighbors that watched out, and you knew if you did certain things, those neighbors were going to talk to your parents. And now people are afraid of that because of, I don't know, a lot of wayward children, a lot of wayward parents. But that's a whole nother video. So I just want to remind you that it does get greater later, and the key to navigating all this is organization. And you may feel like, hey, I'm just going, I just take it as it comes. But if you take a few extra seconds or minutes to put different things in your calendar with several reminders, believe me, it helps. If you have old enough children, you can put them on that calendar too, and they get notifications. So if they're scheduling something, they know, oh no, mom works the second job during this time, I shouldn't schedule for this time. And believe me, it helps. It prevents a lot of, unnecessary frustration. So again, I'm Veronica. Thank you for stopping by and sharing some of your time with me. Again, if you find any of this of value, please like, share, comment, hit that notification bell. And if you're ready to dive deeper, or you feel you need some help, please send me an email, and that would go to lifebeyondtrauma411@gmail.com. Get your free tips sheet there. It's 10 different tips to help you live a softer life, because you deserve a softer life. And contrary to this American dream, the big house, the brand new cars and all that, if you have what you need and you have peace, that's worth more than anything that's materialistic. So please keep that in mind. And again, I'm always here. Please reach out. I look forward to hearing from you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Please have a blessed day and remember to be a blessing to others.